Hello, dear friends. Today, as always, we will play Among Us.
As always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it.
Today I start playing first. As always, I'm unlucky, so I'll have to play for crewmate.
The fact that you are unlucky is a fact, but let's not forget that we are all like that here. By the way, have you noticed that we have never been an imposter yet?
Of course, the game knows in advance that we will cut everyone, but I'm not sure about Ragatha. Okay, maybe one of us will get lucky today.
Why couldn't I kill everyone? Do you doubt me? Then you should challenge me to a knife duel one-on-one.
Don't get mad, or you'll cut yourself with your long tongue. It's better to complete the tasks faster, and everything will be fine.
By the way, you noticed such a feature. We are always the first to finish tasks. Why is our team letting us down so much it doesn't want to win?
Because they recruited idiots into the team. This is a standard situation. When they are killed, they do not complete the tasks, so the game is lost.
Someone pressed a button. Are there any options? So far, 0 deaths. Let's see what one of the players wants to tell us.
Nobody knows anything. Everything is clear. Messed up the game.
By the way, do you remember the moment when I accidentally threw someone off the ship during the voting?
Are you serious? How could this happen?
Well, that was my mistake. I wanted to vote for someone, but at the last moment I changed my mind and my finger missed. As a result, the one I wanted to vote for flew into space.
That's just awesome. Such an unexpected downside of voting. This is your worst story ever, Bunny.
Okay, I've seen too many times someone cursing me in a chat when I turn out to be imposter. But I remember one time when we all thought that Ragatha was an imposter, and she just laughed into the microphone.
It was incredibly funny. I was just trying to explain that I had a task to laugh, and the sound from the microphone made it even funnier.
It is best when someone tries to justify himself, and we are all already sure that he is an imposter. I remember Jax unfolding a whole story about how he got lost in the corridors and accidentally killed someone.
I didn't expect you to believe my made-up story so easily, but apparently lying is my middle name.
Oh no! We were kicked off the server for no reason. There may be some problems with the servers. Let's start a new game.
They won't let me play for imposter today, and I wanted it very much. But what can I do?
You can't do anything. Better play for crewmate before I take away your keyboard and mouse.
And I remember the moment when someone accidentally raised his hand to say that he was imposter, without even understanding the question. It was something incredible.
Oh yes, such moments really add a drop of chaos to the game. I remember one time I went into a room and there everyone was standing and silent. No one is moving. I thought that my game was lagging, but it turned out that everyone decided to just stand and wait to create incredible tension.
It can't be! And then what happened?
Well, when I was already sure that I was caught, I decided to pretend that I was frozen too. As a result, we had a whole scene of statues among us.
Very original. I remember the moment when someone started playing guitar during a meeting. Everyone just started to gather around and listen, forgetting about the vote.
It's like a real friendly meeting. I sometimes forget that we are playing an online multiplayer game and not just discussing some events in real life.
Stop making up your own stories. I don't believe you for a long time. Do you even realize what you are telling here? Better let's focus on the vote. There are 2 dead.
We saw one in the hallway, but I do not know what it is called. Therefore, I will say that in electrics. What difference does it make if no one can check?
Let's skip this vote if we don't have a single suspect. Do you remember the time when Ragatha never figured out how to use cameras and constantly ran around them, hoping that it would somehow help her figure out imposter?
Oh, don't tease me here. I was just trying to figure out how it works. And how did you learn all these mechanics so quickly?
Yes, we are just secret agents trained in the school among us. They didn't give you an invitation?
Instructions are for weaklings. We just intuitively decide who is imposter.
Yeah, of course. Intuition. So every time one of you turns out to be an imposter, you silently sneak up on me until I become your victim.
But it's so exciting. You can't miss the chance to show how good an imposter you are, right?
I remember how you tried to deceive me by pretending that you were a beginner and didn't know how to do tasks. While you were asking your sinister plan, we have already exposed everything.
Come on, I was just trying to raise my newbie reputation. Who would have thought that you would figure it out so quickly?
What about how Jax claimed to have an intuitive sense of imposter? Well, we decided to test it and threw it into space. It turned out that his intuition is not so strong.
Oh, do you still think about it? Well, then I really felt weightless.
And I won't forget how Kane got so carried away with his tasks the last time that he just forgot to vote. The result, imposter remained at large.
Hey, what could I do? Tasks are more important than voting.
And I thought that all of you were imposters when none of you could answer the question of who was the last insecurity.
Well, that was the moment when we all realized that none of us seems to remember what happened just a couple of minutes ago.
But it's funny. We're playing for fun, aren't we?
Absolutely. That is why we can laugh at our own mistakes and amusements. Some of us are imposter, and some are just a comic character in this cosmic drama. And do you remember how Kane tried to accuse me of being an imposter? Because they say I always laugh even in tense situations.
Well, that was a perfectly logical assumption. Laughter is always a sign of the guilty, isn't it?
But you always laugh even when you are not imposter, Pomni.
Exactly. My laughter is my secret arsenal of weapons that allows me to evade suspicion. Your mistake, Kane.
I've always thought that Jax brings its jokes straight from space. Well, or at least from another planet.
Hey, I'm just trying to keep up the atmosphere. Sometimes my jokes are so high that you just don't understand them.
So you still admit that you have your own? Very few people understand the language of jokes.
Well, yes, I just live in my funny world. Who wants to join?
And here's a new challenge for us. To understand the language of Jack's jokes. It's even more difficult than calculating imposter.
I wonder if we all laugh at his jokes. Will he stop being an imposter?
Then let's all laugh at all the jokes to be sure that we definitely won't have imposter.
Haha, funny. You see, I can really make everyone happy with my humor.
And by the way, Kane, I still haven't forgotten how you accidentally accused yourself when we all voted hard.
Well, who would have thought that it's so easy to get confused in your words? I always have a hard time remembering what lies I've already made up.
So what's the story with the cries of, "Oh," and the way you accidentally ran out of the vent right in front of the group?
It was that moment. I just thought no one was watching at this time. Or rather, I hope so.
Well, bad moments happen to everyone. But only with us, they happen in the most inappropriate places and at the most inopportune moments.
In general, when will we all use these wrong moments in our favor? Perhaps we will create our own style of play.
That would be something. Among Us, a strange family, where each of us is the star of his own comedy.
Well, yes. Then we won't even need costumes to look funny. We are our own best actors.
Well, Kane, the next time you're imposter, don't forget to get out of the vent directly in front of the band. Maybe this will become your new tactic?
It was just a demonstration of my skills in the genre of horror comedy. You know, I have my own theatrical cravings.
And I thought you just accidentally got confused in space and decided to get out without realizing where you are.
By the way, Jax, when you're imposter again, don't forget to arrange your theatrical production. I'm sure the audience will be delighted with your dramatic moments.
Of course, my exits to mysterious music and mysterious chat lines are always a holiday for everyone.
Just don't forget that we're not really professional actors here, but just fans of cosmic farcy.
And what kind of jokes we have! Some of them are so funny that even imposter starts laughing before killing someone.
Okay, does anyone remember how Jax tried to do a stand-up at the cafeteria? It was something.
Oh, are you talking about how I started telling jokes? And in response, I received silent glances and an empty dining room?
Yes, and everyone was waiting for you to finally finish so we could get back to our assignments.
Shouldn't have started at all, Jax. Your jokes are like your game wins. Almost a myth.
But the funniest moment was when I tried to declare my love for the green cap on the floor in storage and everyone just passed by.
Oh, that was something! You didn't even notice that imposter sneaked past us while you were pouring out your feelings for the headdress.
Or maybe everyone in the game is just heavy on the rise? Perhaps our fun is our way of coping with the difficulties of cosmic life.
And, of course, don't forget about our intuitive feelings imposter. When you don't understand anything, say that you have intuition.
Well, who said that life in space should be serious? We're here for fun and laughter, aren't we?
Well, when I staged a fashion show in the cafeteria in the last game, walking back and forth in my new imposter suit, what did you think?
I thought you decided to become an imposter model. It's a pity they didn't whisper you on the way to the podium.
Or at least they didn't give you the opportunity to kill in your fancy suit. It would be a stylish killer.
And I thought it was a new form of self-expression in Among Us. All those difficulties of murder, but with the support of the fashion industry.
And in the next game, we can all participate in Imposter's Next Top Model.
Sounds like a great plot for the next update. Among Us, Fashion Edition.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my cosmic stand-up. At first, I thought Among Us was a game about space explorers, but it turns out it's just an arena for a family dramedy.
Indeed, who would have thought that so many of us play roles in this cosmic tragicomedy so well? It seems like we all grew up in an acting family.
And by the way, have you noticed how important it is to have an audience in the game? Because if you commit a murder and no one sees if it was an epic moment?
Or here's another thing. Why, when we get ejected into space, none of us shouts animals and demands a review in the cafeteria.
And we all here want one thing, to prove our innocence. But why is it so hard? Maybe we should just start wearing t-shirts with "Not Impostor" written on them.
Or distribute leaflets with our alibis when entering the ship. Look, I was in electrical when the murder happened.
What if, in the next game, we all become imposters and agree not to kill each other? Just for fun.
Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.